Shohei Ohtani is a man on a mission, and with so many MLB legends and players rallying around him, he's been unstoppable so far. But how have they been able to help Ohtani achieve great heights? Well, like author Yehuda Berg once said, words have energy and power with the ability to help, to heal, to hinder, to hurt, to harm, to humiliate, and to humble. And a lot of positive words have been used to describe, praise, and even motivate Shohei Ohtani. One of MLB's best players right now, Freddie Freeman, during the 2021 All-Star break, once said, "I don't know if anybody's ever going to do it like Shohei is doing it, but at least that door has opened. I'm glad the door is open for that to happen. Look at how much excitement he brings, day in, day out on the baseball field. Why wouldn't you want more of that? I hope that door's open and more guys are given the opportunity to do that. But I can never do that." He threw 96 miles an hour in high school. Yes, but he said his elbow was hurting. 2 ways in pro ball, my elbow would have blown. Freeman, by the way, has never been teammates with Ohtani, and he has even suffered at the hands of the Japanese sensation when their teams faced each other. That's the thing with Ohtani. With him, it's not about sentiments or bias. He's just too good to ignore. Before former Twins right-hander Matt Shoemaker left to play in the Nippon Professional Baseball League, where Ohtani had come to the MLB from, he spoke highly of the two-way star, saying, "It's just crazy," he said. "You go out there and pump 100 miles an hour, obviously you know what that looks like, and then you throw a nasty 90-plus splitter and that drops off the table. When you're on, it's unhittable. That's just crazy." Shoemaker, by the way, had also been teammates with Ohtani for a brief period, and he was front row of the Japanese brilliant show. But there's one other player who is still fortunate to play alongside Ohtani. In fact, this guy's a star in his own right. Scratch that. He is a star in every right. What do you call a 3-time MVP award winner, 10-time All-Star, American League Rookie of the Year award winner, a 30-30 club member, and many more? You call that person Mike Trout. Trout, who's been loyal to the Los Angeles Angels since he joined the franchise in 2011, has never before played against Ohtani except during practice. That may change as the two stars set to participate in the 2023 Baseball World Classic. So, speaking to the media about the possibility of Team USA facing Japan in the tournament, he said to reporters, "The Japanese team is stacked." Talking to Shohei about that team, he tried to tell me that he don't think he's the best player on the team. There's no way that there's somebody better than Shohei. Of course, there isn't anybody better than Ohtani in Japan. Munetaka Murakami, who we covered in this channel some time ago, may come to the MLB soon to challenge him. But for now, Ohtani is not just the best player in Japan, the best in the world. Angels first baseman Jared Walsh, who started playing with Ohtani, told MLB Network in 2021, quote, "I don't think people realize how special Ohtani is. Once you see him in person, I mean, the ball comes off his bat like no one I've ever seen." Ohtani is indeed special. I mean, he's so special that some players on the other team get excited whenever it's the Angels they're going to play against. They know deep down that there's a high chance they'd be getting a thrashing, especially with Ohtani holding the bat. But they don't just care, they just want to be in the presence of greatness. But seriously, how many times do you find a competitor who is excited about facing off with their opponent? The answer is rarely. But in 2021, Zach Plesac, playing for the Cleveland Indians, was so excited as a child when he said, "I just think about all the fun he's probably having, showing up to the field every day, being able to play somewhere, on the mound or in the field or in the lineup. I'm sure he's having a lot of fun. It's amazing to see the things he's been able to accomplish on the mound and on the field. It's just awesome. I'm excited to watch him play, and I'm excited to face up with him." But while Plesac was a believer early on, there are some who needed to be convinced before admitting Ohtani's greatness. One such player was Rangers closer Ian Kennedy, who said, I mean, a lot of people were, speculative about how good of a hitter he was or how good of a pitcher he was. I remember I was like, yeah, okay, we'll see if he can hit, because I knew how good a pitcher he was. I knew what kind of stuff he had, but he's a way better hitter than I thought he'd ever turn out to be. Then there are some who love watching him, but when they're not playing against him, This is a normal reaction, wouldn't you say? Anyway, outfielder of the Chicago White Sox, Andrew Benintendi, who won the World Series in 2018, once said in 2021, at one game early in the season, where he pitched and hit, threw one like 101 miles an hour, and then hit one 115 miles an hour. Obviously, he's extremely talented, and it's fun to watch. It's not against you. And then there is Marcus Stroman, who probably thinks Ohtani is a god. In May 2021, he couldn't shut up about Showtime. So he went online to voice his feelings when he tweeted, "Ohtani is a mythical legend in human form. What he's doing is beyond incredible. Everyone in the big leagues is in awe of his talent. After games, I'd be running to my phone to check and see what Ohtani did on the night. LOL. We see you, Stroman. Maybe we even have a poster of him somewhere in your house. Don't worry, this is completely normal, and you're not alone." As for Matt Barnes, he was like a supportive elder brother wishing his talented kid bro all the best when he said, "I personally think he's the most physically gifted baseball player that we've ever seen. Don't know that you're ever going to see somebody who can throw 101 and hit the ball 600 feet. So, I mean, he's a special player. He's incredibly talented, and hopefully he stays healthy and has a long career." But let's hear it from some MLB managers too. And who better to start this one off than Joe Madden, who can write a book about how good Ohtani is. After all, isn't he always asked about the two-way Japanese sensation? And doesn't he always have something to say? For example, after a certain game in 2021, he told reporters, quote, "Shohei's home run was absolutely the biggest jolt. Talk about an elevated fastball. Sam Hentges has a really good arm, and it was 94 miles an hour or something like that. He's so smart." Who knows? Maybe he was looking for an elevated fastball right there. Nothing he's doing right now is surprising any of us. Just keep watching. He's pretty interesting to watch. The combination of speed and the fact that he pitches too makes it even more revolutionary in regards to everything else. Next is the award-winning former baseball player turned manager Dusty Baker, and he once said, "This guy is a tremendous athlete. And what impresses me the most about him is how mannerable he is to the opposition, which is part of their culture, Japanese culture. He greets the umpire, he greets the hitter. He ain't greeted me yet, but I'm hiding over there. He'd probably greet me if he saw me. I'm just impressed with him as a player and as a person as well. Don't worry, Baker, you're going to get your own greeting soon." As for manager Terry Francona, we don't know if he's gotten his own Ohtani greeting, but he once said, "You know, he's an incredible athlete. Generational, I think, is a good word. I mean, this guy is a pretty amazing athlete, and to be able to do what he's doing at this level, it's pretty amazing." And to end this one, there are some who are in other sports that still have Ohtani's back. J.J. Watts, who is an NFL star popularly known for winning 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, once said of Showtime, "Feels like a lot of people are talking about Shohei Ohtani, but still nowhere near enough people are talking about Shohei Ohtani. What he's doing in baseball is insane." And with him, we call it a day on this one. If you enjoyed this video about MLB players rallying around Shohei Ohtani, check out the video on the screen now, or the one we posted below, because we're sure you'll like that one too. See you there.